Hey everyone, welcome to my video training series. I am super excited to have you guys. Our first video, our first pillar of abundance that we are going to be talking about today is the life principle of decluttering. Now, a lot of these things that I'm going to teach you in these principles are extremely simple. They are simple concepts, but there are things that we may know, but we don't actually follow through on, we don't pay attention to, or we don't take the time to do them because they seem so simple. So I am going to help you today to slow down, to take a look at the simple things, because it's those things that really create the biggest changes in our lives. So first, decluttering. What does it mean to declutter? To declutter means to get rid of things in your life that no longer serve you, that you don't like, that you don't want, and that you don't need. And every few years, we need to look at decluttering on a daily basis, realistically, and a weekly basis. But sometimes when we don't think about these principles, we can really go years and accumulate tons of things in our homes that we don't need, that we don't use, and a lot of those things can take up a lot of space in our life. And when things are taking up space in our life, they don't allow for new blessings, new things that will benefit us to come in. So let's say 3 years ago, you bought something that you really wanted at the time, but now you look back on it and you're like, I don't use it, or maybe you use it sometimes and you just don't like it, like it just doesn't give you the same vibe that you had when you first bought it. Maybe it's time to let that thing go, because in the past 3 years, you have changed. Your thought process have changed. What you like, what you don't like may have changed, and you may still love those old things. The point is, we want to focus on what you do love, what you do like, and we want to get rid of the things in your life that are taking up space for those better things to come in. So number one, the easiest form of decluttering is decluttering your physical possessions. So your assignment this week is to go through your home, to go through your bedroom, to go through your house. And I know this might sound extremely overwhelming to some of you. You may have a ton of things, but I want you to take it one day, one step at a time. This is also an assignment that, if it is a big one for you, that you can slowly go through it as long as you're making some progress. That is the key here. The key is not to get it all done in 1 or 2 days. The key is to slowly move forward and make more and more progress. And I promise you, as you continue to follow through on decluttering, you will see better things coming into your life. I promise you, this principle is a spiritual truth. Once you start getting rid of the old, new things that get you excited will start to come in again. One thing that helps some people, if you can't decide whether you want to keep something or give something away, you want to give things away, you want to throw things away, and you want to sell things. These are the 3 ways that you can get rid of those physical belongings. I want you to ask yourself, do I like this thing? Do I like looking at it? How does it make me feel? Do I need it? Do I use it? So you want to surround yourself in your house with items that make you feel good. Now, what do you do with items that are meaningful, or you may have gotten it as a gift from somebody and that's the only reason you're keeping it? Let me just give you some advice, guys, okay? It is okay to let go of things that other people want you to have. You can either give it back to them, which I don't usually do unless I know it's something that they'd want for themselves. I give it away to somebody I know who would benefit from it. Like, I was decluttering and I had too many purses, and I really loved this one Coach bag that my parents had gotten me for years. Like, I kept it for years and I loved it, but the reality was I had bought new purses along the way and I was using other ones, and I didn't want to just trash it or throw it away. So I found somebody who's never had a Coach bag who really wanted one, and I sent it to her and I filled it up with a bunch of other goodies that I was getting rid of, and she really appreciated it. So sometimes when we get rid of stuff we don't need or don't want, we can bless other people with the items that they don't have or they've never had. So then there is that energy of giving and generosity that is also involved, that will in turn bless you right back. So yeah, so we've gone over decluttering your physical items, and I want you to go through your desk, I want you to go through your garage, I want you to go through your closet, I want you to go through your jewelry. I mean, this, depending on how much you have, this could seem like a hefty assignment, but just, I promise, if you follow through on this and you take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and really start to think about placing things in your life that you enjoy, that you like, that you love, and getting rid of all things that no longer make you feel that way, you will be happier. So let's also look at decluttering relationships. This one is a huge one because so many of us stay in relationships just for the sake of staying in them, or we stay in them because we've been with them for a certain amount of time, or they depend on us or in some way, or maybe we depend on them. I think you do know when a relationship has become unhealthy for you. There is not an equal balance of giving and receiving. There may be abuse involved, there may not be abuse involved, but in your intuition, in your heart of hearts, you will know by either, sometimes it's hard for us to listen to our intuition. So when we're in relationships and friendships, we have to ask ourselves, is this serving me? Not that is the person doing everything for me, but are they adding value? Are they adding positive energy to my life? How do they make me feel when I'm around them? Am I energized? Do I feel good after hanging out with them? Or do I feel negative? Do I feel bogged down? Do I feel like my energy is completely drained? Do I feel like I'm doing all of the work? And a lot of times people fear letting go or distancing themselves from these types of relationships because they're scared they might be alone. But it is the same concept with filling space, okay? So when you get rid of a relationship or you move out of a relationship that is no longer good or healthy for your well-being, total well-being, your soul, then you're actually creating a space for someone new to come in who's gonna match your higher vibration that you're now giving off of the things that you do enjoy. You're going to attract that into your life. That space isn't just going to remain empty. Like, how often does space in your house remain empty? We usually fill it up pretty fast. So getting rid of these friendships, these relationships, like I said, that do not serve your highest self, and you will know this in your intuition, in your heart, you're gonna make room for something better to come along. And this is so important. The relationships in your life are crucial to you having an abundant, fulfilling, happy life. And for you to get to that next level, you may be feeling stuck right now. Decluttering is a perfect way to start getting some momentum in your life to making some big changes. So another principle with decluttering I want to talk about is money and our relationship with money and how we treat it. So it is the same concept as space. Sometimes we have to make space in our lives for more money to come in, and sometimes that resides up in our thoughts and our mentality of how we think about money. I am going to be getting into manifestation and money and bringing more finances into your life in a later week. So that'll be exciting. So I'm not going to touch too much on it right now, but I want you to take the baby steps of preparing for that week right now. So I want you to get out your purse or your wallet, and I want you to throw away, cut up the cards you no longer use, the cards that just sit there, the cards that take up space. I want you to throw away old receipts, old papers that you've stuffed in there, old candies. I just want you to clean out your purse, clean out your wallet, and I just want you to sit with it like that, with this open space ready to be filled with physical abundance, money, cash flow that is going to benefit you. And if you don't like your purse or your wallet that you're carrying around right now, I want you to go out. I want you to pick out one that makes you feel good, because we are preparing your life right now to get rid of all the old things that no longer benefit you and bringing in the new. I'm so excited for you guys.